guys, we're back with another episode of Tacoimposters for Sunday, November 15th, 2020. I never know what to talk about with these episodes. I'm sorry. I don't. Sunday because I usually do it on a Friday, but if I just don't feel like it or don't have a thing to talk about, then I won't talk, I just won't do it, like I said last week, so. But the Xbox and new PlayStation just came out, and so I don't know. I don't want either of them yet right now. Because there's nothing that makes me go, oh, I want it. Done. Give me now. There's cool things about the stuff, like the new controller with its like weird, like a haptic feedback, which basically has like a motor in the thing to like give you like push it back when you're pulling for, like a bow or something for the Xbox. For PlayStation 5, which that's probably cool, but I'd have to actually play it to see. Oh yeah, like if that makes a difference, like if it makes it a better experience. This thing. See, you know I'm gonna make too much noise. This thing here. Bear with me. There we go. Well, kind of. Okay, there. And so, yeah. And then I've also heard that there isn't a lot of games for either of them yet. Obviously, it's original, like, and a lot of games for the PS5 I've heard are also going to be on the PS4, or are going to have like certain games are going to be on the PS4, and so what's the point of getting a PS5? Not that they're not cool. I mean, hey, if you get one, I'm not gonna judge you. I'm just saying, like, I don't care whether you get a PS4, Xbox One, or Xbox Series X, because there's Series X and the Series S, and the Series S is digital, and the Series X is not. Is that right? I believe so. Let me just check that. Yeah. So the Series X and the Series S, and I think the S is digital. Let me just make sure about that. No, so let me check. So yes, Xbox Series X / S. Let's see. Because they have the two different models, right? Yes. Whatever loads. And one of them is and the S is digital, right? How to manage the Xbox Series X storage space? Oh yeah, there's supposed to be like ways of like adding it. No, where's like they're not like Wikipedia. There. And Series S, there you go. The Xbox Series X and Series S. Collectively, the Xbox Series XS are home video game consoles developed by Microsoft. They were both released on November 10th. See, they were released on November 10th, 2020, as the fourth generation of the Xbox console family, succeeding the Xbox One family. That's the other thing a lot of people said. What they don't like how it's not a substantial upgrade, really, for the Xbox like Series X as opposed to the Xbox One. The Xbox One, then the Xbox S, then the Xbox X. Series X? Or Xbox S? No, I don't know. There was like a newer one, I think. Yeah, and so they didn't like how it was just kind of whatever. Controller inputs. Xbox wireless controller. Revision of all previous versions plus all previous released Xbox One compatible controllers and accessories except Kinect. Oh, I didn't know. So you didn't know that you could have all the subsequent, like all version of all previous. Sorry. Yeah, version. No, sorry. Xbox wireless controller, the new one they made, which apparently Ben Heck took it apart, and apparently it's the same exact controller basically as these Xbox One. Like hardware wise, it's just the same controller. This Xbox One, I'm not sure about that 100%. But yeah, I'm not a expert in that kind of stuff. Does this have Wi-Fi 6 or no? The other one is Wi-Fi 6. Okay, and then dimensions. Okay, I don't care about the dimensions, the math and all. No, okay, so Scarlet, and consisting of high-end and low-end models. Yeah, see, there's a high-end and low-end model. The low-end model is the S, right, that right? Line as a whole, codenamed Scarlet, and consisting of high-end and low-end models codenamed Anaconda and Lockhart, respectively. The high-end model was first teased during E3 2019 under the title Project Scarlet. Oh right, I forgot about that. They had a whole thing back in 2019 at E3 explaining or like we're teased at E3, yeah. And they said it's going to be a new cool thing. They didn't tell us basically anything. Was same design as Xbox Series X. Was teased during E3 under the title Project Scarlet. While its name and design as Xbox Series X was unveiled during the Game Awards later in December. In September 2020, Microsoft unveiled the low-end model as Xbox Series X. Yeah, okay, so that's what Microsoft is prioritizing hardware performance, including support for higher display resolutions, up to 4K resolutions, along with high frame rate, real-time ray tracing, and use of high-speed solid-state drives to reduce loading times as the Xbox Series X. The Xbox Series S uses the same CPU and reduced GPU memory and internal storage and lacks an optical drive. Lacks an optical drive. Uses the same one and lacks an optical drive. Okay. The problem with the 8K thing, where it's what's it called? It's supporting resolutions up to 8K. We're not at the point where everyone's got an 8K TV yet. And 8K is only good on big things, like big enough displays. So if your display's not big enough and it's 8K, you won't see a difference because of how the pixel density works, right? Like you put 8K on a phone, and you really won't see it different, like better necessarily, because it's not big enough to see the pixel density. Like, 8,000 pixels on like this big, like you're densing it into like a tiny little place. What's the point, Okay, okay. No, lacks an optical drive. Yeah. Kind of like how they made the Xbox One SAD. Or not kind of. It's like how they made the Xbox One S all digital. The Xbox One SAD. All digital. Xbox One S SAD. Yeah, so that's the Xbox One, and then there's the PS5. PlayStation 5. And the PlayStation 5, I saw videos of people, because people were doing things like you can get the controller, but not the system. And same with the Xbox One. You can't get them yet, which is supply and demand, and I don't know what their whole thinking of it is, but hey, So, personally, who do I like better? I've always liked PlayStation better, because I always felt like PlayStation had games I personally wanted to play, as opposed to Xbox, where Xbox always had their first-party games, and that was pretty much it for me. At least what I always wanted to play, or not even. It had first-party games, and then everything else just kind of I don't care. And I was like, is that gonna what's the word I'm saying? What's the word? I'm not going to buy a system just because the one or two games And so for me, I bought a used PlayStation 2 back in 2007 or 8. No, sorry, no. Yeah, 8 or 9. Sorry. Right, and then I didn't buy a PS3 when it was out. I told this story before. The PS3, or I was choosing between the PS3 and the Wii as a kid. And this is 2008, or you could have been 7 or summer 2008 maybe. And I chose the Wii because I thought, well, first I was like, no, I want a PS3, and then I chose the Wii, and I'm so glad I chose the Wii because everybody I knew had Wiis, and I did Wii stuff with people, and it was great. We traded Wii games, we played Wii games. Oh my, it was great. Some of my friends had Wiis, or my brother's best friend had a Wii, and so we traded Wii games with him, and it was good. It was good. I don't want this to fall, and I don't want to move and make this rattle this stupid thing behind me, and I don't want to sit in a bad posture position. I'm trying to sit up better, and then there we go. That might work. But then this is gonna fall. Can't do anything with it. Anyway, so yeah. And then I didn't buy PS4. Didn't care for it. And I never had any Xbox One ever. Xbox. I never had a PS1, PlayStation 1 ever. I played my neighbor's PS1 a little bit. Or they had a PS1. I don't think I've even ever played it. I played the NES actually there. So, then the PS5. The PS5 is a weird thing because a lot of people are comparing it to a router looking like a router, and apparently, the side panels can come off very easily, and so I feel like you're gonna get like custom side panels, people selling custom side panels because they'll see a market for it. They'll be like, oh, I can make, because kind of how the Xbox 360 had custom faceplates, right? You can get like different faceplates. The the PlayStation 5, I feel like you're going to see a lot of people go, oh, we can horn the market on this. We can make custom faceplates and people would buy them. That's the thing. People would buy them. You make them and they'd buy them. Oh yeah, 100%. Not saying they're going to do that, but I can see them just doing that. Like, oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh yeah. And then the Xbox One, people compare that to a fridge, looking like a fridge. And so yeah. But I mean, I personally think that Xbox, Microsoft, is going to. This is just based on what I can see and how they're going they're focusing very much on like Windows, and so Windows. I think they came out and said Windows 10 is the last Windows. There's not going to be a Windows 11. So for me personally, I think that. Now, I don't know this for a fact, so don't quote me on this like quote me on this. But I think it's going to be Xbox One X, Series X, sorry, will be the last system for them, and they'll just go and make like a Microsoft Windows. They'll have a Windows, and then they'll just put their stuff on the store, right? And they'll make it directly theirs, like just full on the store. They don't have a system to sell. They'll sell maybe licenses of the Windows. I'm not sure how they would make money off that, but because I've heard that they lose money on the systems. Manufacturers a lot of times lose money on the systems, but make money on the games. So I feel like they don't even have to make a system because there's so much like computers already. Their system's on a chip, so it's like a big system chip. It's like this big or something. Maybe like that big, maybe. Anyway, and so it's just a computer, basically. So to me, I would think they don't have to make another computer, right? Or sorry, make another system and have a cost there. They could just go directly to Windows and just say no, buy it on the store, because you can buy certain things like Halo on the store. So you could do Halo on the Microsoft store. I don't know if there's any other games. There probably are other games, but other than but they could just go directly to that. Now Sony, I feel like maybe would maybe have another generation. Maybe another generation. I'm not sure if they want a PS5. And then Nintendo will always have Nintendo, and they'll always have systems. That's my think. Well, not always, maybe, but they're very focused on making a system. So, and they want something tangible. So, I don't think they're ever going to end being a hardware manufacturer. No, and just become a software manufacturer. Someone like Sega or someone like that. I don't think so, because I think they know what their market is for the people who don't care about like better systems. They just like having a system from Nintendo, and that they like the games that Nintendo makes with like first party, and then all the different things on the Switch, like all the like indie games on Switch. I mean, it's a great system. It really did have a great run. I mean, it's not over, but up to this point, it's been having a great like life. It's so good. Where a lot of people said there's like not much for the Xbox One
when it came out. They're like, the Xbox One was just... And for a lot of people, they just was like, I don't see much for the Xbox One. No, not that there's nothing, but for a lot of people, like, what's there to play that a lot of people are playing, right? Now, don't get me wrong, Nintendo's had some like, I've had some flops too, like, not doing stuff right either. Their online service is weird, like, strange, and, like, connecting an app, and then the app's gonna know what game you're playing based on, I don't even know how it works, but the app is for, like, for voice chatting, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not, well, it's just the fact that what's it called? That Xbox had it so much earlier than Nintendo, a good online paid service, that I don't understand. Like, that's why people are like, oh, Nintendo, you're no good. But I don't know. Hey, look, I'm just one guy talking my opinion out. So, and maybe there's someone who wants to listen. So, yes. Yeah, that's it. And then I bought a Xbox One, like the original. It's not Xbox One, an original Xbox. What was it like now? 3 years ago, I think. 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And I bought it used. I found it at a Village de Valar, which is what Value Village is here in Quebec. So, yeah, and it's got some weird problem where I think it overheats some way. I might have to change a fan. I don't know. I stripped the screws too, trying to take it out to see what the problem is. So I don't know if I can actually fix it, but something about overheating, because it just turns off after a while. So, and I think that might be an overheating problem, or maybe a short. I don't know. I'm not a electrical engineer, maybe, or whatever. No, not that. But I don't know circuits and all that stuff, so I'm not perfect at that. So maybe I could look it up, but I don't know. I don't really care. Because it's the Xbox, original Xbox, and also it runs for a second. So hey, if I want to play it, I can play a little bit of it. But again, I only have it for literally one game, and it's Halo 2. So I wanted to beat that game like 3 years ago, when I first got the game, and I was like, I'll beat it, and then I never ended up beating it because I just had life to live. So, because these games are long too. I don't have all day. I don't have 50 hours, not 50 hours, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't have 7 hours of the day to just play games, I'm not a kid. I got life to live. So, ow. But anyway, so yeah, those two games are out. Those two systems are out. I'll probably just follow reviews and stuff and what people are saying about it. I like it. Do I like it? Do I not like it? We've seen a lot of controller stuff, but I've not seen one video of somebody turning on the system yet. And in a, like, here's gameplay footage. Well, okay, that's a lie. I've seen John Riggs, for both of them, show a little bit of footage, but, like, I haven't seen a good, like, stop and play. It's been a lot of teardowns, or not a lot of teardowns, but a couple of teardowns. There's a PlayStation official teardown, I think, and then there's, like, Austin Evans tore down, and then Ben Heck tore down both the Xbox controller and the PlayStation controller. Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Series S, whatever controller, and the Xbox PlayStation 5 controller. The 5 is cool because it's got a motor thing, but I don't know how useful that would be. I don't know. I'd have to play the system to see, because I never even played a PS4 ever in my life. I've held an Xbox One controller, but I never, or maybe I've held a PS4 controller in, like, kiosks. I'm trying to remember. Maybe. I don't remember. I think I have. Maybe not. Like Best Buy, maybe? No. And I've played Switch only in kiosks. Only at, like, kiosks in Toys R Us. Now, Toys R Us in Canada never went bankrupt. Never went out of business. It still runs here. It's still here. So I did it like 2 years ago. Yes. But anyway. And I like the Switch. It's for me, $400. Here it's $400, depending where you go. For about $400 at Walmart. And I think Toys R Us is about the same price. So, that's expensive for me here. Sorry. System. So. But it's a great system from what I did play, which was a little bit of Breath of the Wild, a little bit of Mario Odyssey, a little bit of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. So I want one. I just can't afford one. So, but yeah. What else is there to talk about? So yeah, those are the Series X and Series S and all that stuff. Yeah. So that's my prediction on what I think these systems are gonna do. Because Sony's doing a lot of its own like stuff, not following the other like things. So I think they might do another system. I'm not sure. And if Nintendo, if Xbox Microsoft does do another system, I think it'll be one more system, and then they'd realize we'll go straight to what's the point of making a system? We'll go straight to Windows, so, and sell it through a store. They've got loads of money anyway, so they don't need. But again, they have lots of money anyway, so maybe they would make another system. I don't know. I haven't a clue. I'm not a expert on this stuff, so. But yeah. Give me a sec here. But yeah. No. So yeah. So yeah. Oh. No. Sorry. There. There. So yeah. What else is there to talk about? Okay. No. There. So I'm gonna go see what we got, and we got. Sorry about the delay. I never know what to talk about, so I'm just waiting for things to pop into my head. So. So. What else? Come on. I'm trying to look at. Cause I like console wars. What are Super Mario 35? Okay, what's the next one? Coleco Chameleon book. What else? Keep going. Sorry, I know I book Dreamcast Mini. Oh, there's a Dreamcast Mini. Okay. I never played the Dreamcast. It's one of the systems I just never played. I played a Sega Genesis because I've already talked about how it's the first video game system I can ever remember playing. The Sega Genesis, and and playing the first video game console game was Sonic 2. Sonic 2. Do we know what they might be? Let's see. Sega Dreamcast Mini. Here we go. It is. Let's see. We have it. Oh, you can buy one already. Is that right? Sega teases more mini console, including a Dreamcast Mini. Okay. Digital Trends or Hype Beast, Retro Doodle. I don't know which one to go with. Might release in that. When was this post? When was this done? 2019. Oh wait. That one right now. Let's see. Come on. I don't know. I don't know very much about those games. I know what's it called? Now, okay, if you're asking me what should be on the Sega Dreamcast Mini, not that I've played a lot of games, but I know things like Crazy Taxi and what's the other one?
There's the one where they're painting. You paint the streets and you're being chased by cops. What's that called? There you go. Sega Dreamcast Mini. Ah, October 11th. Okay. So it could be a Dreamcast Mini, but I mean, could be. According to Esquirium. Okay. Let's see. Sega Dreamcast Mini is being released. After the recent successful release of the Sega Genesis Mini and the Game Gear Micro in Japan.
Well, the Game Gear Micro was dumb.
That was a success? You think it was successful?
Maybe in Japan. But here it's way too small. It's, things like smaller than a Game Boy
Micro?
So the Game Gear Micro, it's like friggin' this big. It's crazy tiny. It's really small. If you want a good video about it, watch Elliot watch The Future is Retro, and you'll see like,
oh boy, it's not.
It's just too small. But again, Japan likes tiny little things, so maybe it worked better in Japan because they like tiny little things. Because if you go into like gachapons, which are basically like capsule ball things. I don't know how to explain them. Like you get them in grocery store. The capsule ball thing. They have like, I don't know, whatever in them, like SpongeBob toys or Lego guys or Pokemon or laser pointers, whatever. They have them in Japan. They're called gachapons, and they have things like mini consoles and like little guys, and so maybe this was better for them. I don't know. I don't think it's great. It looks way too small. I've never played one, but it looks way too small. You can only get them in Japan, so you have to go through like, I think he got them on, is it eBay? Could have been Sendico. Elliot.
I don't know. Anyway. In an interview with Japanese gaming publication Famitsu, Sega's mini chief, Yosuke Akunari said that fans could expect another classic console very soon. I think for the next one, we may go with a concept close to the Mega Drive Mini. If I have to say some names, it could be an SG-1000 Mini or a Dreamcast Mini.
Oh, he's not saying what it is? Oh.
I thought we already knew that. Given that the SG-1000 was a very limited release console from Sega in 1983, it predates the Sega Master System.
Yeah, SG-1000 is basically just the previous system before the Master System. That, like, nobody knows about. You want a good video about that? Look up, what is it, like, is it Hidden Gems or something of, or something to that effect of, or just SG-1000, John Riggs, I think might work.
It predates the Sega Master System. Okay, it's thought that the mini version of a Dreamcast is far more likely than an SG-1000. Okanari did say that the next mini console, whatever it may be, will take some time to produce. Well, yeah. According to Akinara, the Game Gear Micro is only sold domestically in Japan. When we do the next one, I feel like the project scope will be much bigger as we gaze upon the world. So we won't be able to release it at this time. The next year or two after the Mega Drive Mini, we can't make it that quickly. Here's hoping that you'll have a mini Dreamcast on the cards soon. It tapped out at played some recently before the video, which sorry, recently I'll start at the bottom here. Yeah, it might be a Dreamcast Mini. So we don't know that for a fact? Is that right? I'm not sure though. Yeah, okay, so it's not a thing yet. Okay, so it could be. So yeah, okay, you want those two games, and then you know what? Oh no, you'd have to have a controller. See, crap. You'd have to have a controller with it, so I don't think it would work. You couldn't have something like
couldn't have. I was going to say something like Seaman. For some reason, I was going to say Seaman. But because it'd be a fun game to have. But then, you need the controller with a microphone. So. Oh, and how they do the UMDs, huh? Um, would it be bigger, small? Like, would they be bigger capacity? Because they were apparently not great capacity, so I don't know. And then, would you be able to play all the games on it? Like, would it be a better UMD in terms of, like, more reliable in terms of... And the battery life, would it be a better battery? Because I've heard battery life is bad on UMDs. Like, you eat through those button cells. I don't know what they are, 2032 or 330, whatever. So, anyway. So it's not... Okay. Sega Dreamcast Mini could be its next retro... Okay, so could be. Okay. And then what else is on there? I don't know what it's on there. Let me see a list of games. I'm not... Whoopsies. I don't know a list of... There you go. Sega Dreamcast games, and we'll go through it right here. Let's go through it. Come on. Hurry up. It takes forever to load down here because I'm in a basement and it's like far to the other side of the house, the internet router. So, let me see. It is... I gotta go to bed soon. So maybe I won't do this. But I mean, hey. No? Not gonna load? Come on. No? No? Okay. So what I'm trying to think of all the other games on there. Wasn't there Shenmue? What is on there? Dreamcast. There was was it three? I know that game. That system didn't last very long at all. That system went virtually nowhere, from what I've heard. I don't know. I wasn't there at the time. I wasn't playing video games at the time, so I wasn't in that space. But yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to see a list of games on there. Oh, come on. No, I guess not. So, sorry. Yeah, so. I guess. Come on. Okay, come on. Where's it? I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to find how to get a new tab in. There. Right? Is that right? No, there you go. I'll go back. There you go. Now, there we go. New tab, there you go. So, yeah. Let's see. Search. There we go, okay. Oh, Sonic Adventures, yes. I have Sonic Adventures and Sonic Adventure 2. Those are great. Jet Set Radio, I've heard is really amazing. Crazy Taxi. Oh, Skies of Arcadia, I've heard is really good too. Isn't that the shooter? Power Stone, don't know it. Marvel vs. Capcom, ooh. Yeah, I probably should have that on there. Soul Calibur, yes, definitely. Shenmue, yes. I've heard that's like a really good... Phantasy Star Online. You could do online with Phantasy Star Online. That'd be amazing. You make this online capable, and then you just make that game online again, if it's possible. I don't know if it's actually physically possible, but that would be so cool. Resident Evil Code something? I don't know. Some of the amigos, man. See, Seaman... I don't know. I like Seaman in the weird way it plays. I've never played it, but I feel like I would love it if I did play it. I just mess around with this weird fish thing that doesn't love me, really. I don't know. It's hard to... But, yeah. House of 2. Don't know much about it. House of the Dead 2. Oh, is House of the Dead? No. You could have typing of the Dead on Dreamcast. For the Dreamcast, like, typing of the... Oh, you don't have to have a keyboard. Maybe that's not, like, a separate keyboard. I don't know. That'd be cool if he sold a separate keyboard, but I don't know.
Dead or Alive? Oh, is that the weird beach volleyball game? Choo Choo Rocket. I've heard Choo Choo Rocket's pretty good. I don't know. Oh, what else?
And again, how many games are you going to have on there? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50? And what's the price? I don't know.
Street Fighter 3. I don't know.
There's a Crazy Taxi 2? I'm not sure if that game's any good.
I've only ever played Crazy Taxi 1 on mobile.
And it was a decent experience
from what I played. Shenmue 2. Well, I think Shenmue 2 is pretty good. I don't know. Cannon Spike. Bomberman on. See, Bomberman Online.
Was that a good one? No, that was not the one that was like shown as 12 players, 10 players, something like that. Or 8 players, some crazy high like that on the Saturn. No, that was some other one.
Chocolate Street Racer? Don't know. Quake Arena. Oh, Quake 3 Arena. Oh, okay. Maybe. I don't know. The Typing of the Dead, see?
But you don't have to have a controller or a keyboard, so that's kind of a little bit
harder to do. Resident Evil 2. Don't know. 18 Wheeler. Oh, is that a good one? I don't know much about it. Virtual Tennis 2. I don't know if that's any good. Oh, Hydro Thunder, yeah.
Oh! Okay, fine. If you're going to go this way,
Hydro Thunder.
And get the Dreamcast version of Pod Racer, if you can, from Disney.
License that game out. That'd be cool. Cameras and SNK. NFL 2K. NFL 2K. Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, go get the Tony Hawk. Well, I don't know, maybe, but try and get Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 on it. And is Pro Skater 1 on that system? No, no. I think it was just 2. Okay. Well, then what? Oh, well, I mean, hey. It's popular now, so
maybe people would want to play it again. I don't know. Jojo's Bizarre Adventures. I've heard that's a good game. I don't know anything about it. Capcom versus SNK 2? I don't know if it's any good.
Half-Life. Get Half-Life on there. Wait,
is Half-Life... Was Half-Life on the Xbox? No, it wasn't. On the Dreamcast? No, it wasn't. Google's really bad with that, with adding a stupid number of, like, other games that are clearly not on that system. And I look up,
like, I'll pick a system, and then I'll look games, and it'll list me games, but sometimes it's like, that's not on there at all.
What do you talk, you know?
But hey, I mean, what are you going to do, right? So,
nah, taking forever to load. If Half-Life's on that system, get Half-Life, it's a pretty good one. So, if you list of Dreamcast games, there you go, Wikipedia. So yeah. Games. Okay. So, Wheeler American Pro Trucker, don't know. Wheel Thunder. 90 minutes Sega Championship Football Adventure. I don't know, say that. Okay. There's just a couple of ones that I get to. Alien Front Online.
Okay, any game that says online would be cool because you could give like online capabilities to these things. That'd be cool.
Atari Anniversary Edition. Well, no. See, none of the games that have to like license out to other people like Atari or buy, I don't think.
I would like to see the better version of Pod Racer, but I can understand if they don't get it because they don't want to license out, you know, to Disney to get that name. I don't know. And then the Capcom and SNK stuff. Or maybe the Marvel versus Capcom stuff. Maybe not. Oh, wait. Is that right? Centipede. I'm getting confused. There was a Centipede on... This is Dreamcast. List of Dreamcast games. Okay. Angel Walls. Don't know. Bust a Move. Bust a Move. What's Bust a Move again? Oh, yes. Bust a Move. Yes. Bubble Bobble. Yeah. I've heard that game's good, so I don't know. But I've heard that game's good, so... Get a Bust a Move on there, sure. Centipede. Championship Surfer. I don't know any of these games. Charge and Bust. Blast a... Oh, no. Never mind. See, I didn't play this system, so I don't know. But... From the games that I do know, like the games that are good, well, you go back to... There's
Chicken Run game on this is PlayStation. Wait, platforms. Where's platforms? Platforms. Dreamcast. Okay. I don't know if it runs okay on the Dreamcast. I don't know. I have no idea.
But yeah, so um, I might pick something up like that. I never played it. It depends on how much the price is. If the price is like $70, $80, $90, I'm like, oh gosh. And it doesn't have enough games to justify that? No. No. But it was like $50, maybe. 50, $60, maybe, depending on maybe.
Maybe. So
That's the thing that I never understand with these systems. Now I understand why they don't do it because,
they want to keep a list. I don't know. But then we find out we can hack these systems and
put whatever we want on them, so what's the point?
like the PlayStation Classic, right?
The PlayStation, or Classic. Classic was just kind of bad because of how the games were random and weird, and some were PAL and some were not, and some of the like more iconic games on PlayStation are different. And I've talked about this before. I think the reason why that was a bad system is because it's a hard system to make. Like, here are the, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40 games that everybody played.
Like the most iconic games that everybody played.
As opposed to like Nintendo, where here are the 30 games everybody played. Now, of course, you're gonna still get the people who were like, "Well, where's my favorite game?" But at least with Nintendo, these are the like 90% of Nintendo players played, if not all of them. You played these games. So with the Sega Dreamcast, I don't know if it worked the same way, but I feel like it's a little bit more open again, kind of closer to the PlayStation, where you'll have people going, "Well, where's my favorite game?" But there wasn't a lot of games, so maybe it's a little easier. Because you could say stuff like, "Here's the 10 games that would work," Or typing of the dead, you allow keyboard support of any keyboard, any keyboard. You allow keyboard support. You put in freaking, whether it's a dongle for wireless ones or wired keyboards, but you allow that in the game. Like you I don't know, modify the ROM. I don't know if you have to modify it or the ISO, and then connect it there, and boom. So, yes. But yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so I don't know why people and the games that they choose, why they just don't just like, well, put them all, but then you'd be like, why would you be the point of buying anything else? So yeah, I guess there's a point. Anyway, so that's dance. This, I don't know, I could go through the whole list, but I wouldn't know half these games. I'm sorry. Dino Crisis. Oh, I've heard that's a good game, isn't it? I think so. Anyway. Oh yeah, download that going Quackers. See, now I'm just saying games that I like, as opposed to uh, games that I think should be on here, because I don't know any other games that I'm like, oh, I've heard this game's good on this system or that system. So, Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis is a survival video game developed by publisher Capcom, originally the PlayStation console in 1999. It is a first installment in the Dino Crisis series and was developed by... Okay, same guys made it. Okay. And was Resident Evil on here? Can I look up it? There you go. No. I don't know if I can look it up. Let me just go see. No, sorry, let's go see. Is Resident Evil on there? Because if Resident Evil's on that system, should definitely be on there. What platform was Resident Evil on? The original Resident Evil was on... It's a television series? Really? The first Resident Evil... And released on the PlayStation. It is credited for defining the genre. Okay, so... I don't know. But history, no, story, gameplay, other... Where's there not like a...
Resident Evil platforms. Let me just look it up. Let me see. Was Resident Evil on the Dreamcast?
Dreamcast Resident Evil games include Resident Evil, Code, Veronica, Resident Evil 2, and Resident Evil 3, Nemesis.
Was the first Resident Evil game on Sega Dreamcast?
According to Wikipedia, Resident Evil, Code, Veronica is a survival
No,
horror
doesn't look like it was.
developed
Okay.
and published by Capcom and
Doesn't look like
released
it was.
for
But
the
there's... Yeah, no, doesn't look like it is, but Resident Evil 2 was on it. Yeah, you should put Resident Evil 2. Resident Evil 2 is a pretty good game. Well, at least it's pretty good on... What did I play it on? Or did I play Resident Evil 1 on N64? And man, is that a bad... I'm not even joking. It's a bad game. Because there's no two analog sticks, so you have to do like the weird like tank controls of like turn or... Oh, it's not good. I die all the time, so... I couldn't get past like the first... I couldn't beat the first like part of the game. Because that's the thing, it's not really levels. I don't want to say levels, because it's not really levels, but yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I think that'll be it for now, guys. There might be a Dreamcast, Mini, Xbox, yeah, Xbox, new Xbox systems, and new PlayStation systems, so. I think that'll be it for now, guys, so. Hey, if you want to see better stuff, better equipment, better places, better everything, what's it called? There's the Patreon, and then there's, if you want to get in touch with me, ask me any questions, comments, concerns, whatever, there's an email, Tacoimposters@gmail.com. There's a Discord, so tell me what to do in the comments, maybe tell me what to do with this 360 camera, with the podcast, with anything, so, or a podcast with my channel, what games, maybe, I don't know, maybe books to read. I want to read some good books, so, good book series, so, yeah, so, I think that'll be it for now, guys, so, adios, mi amigos.